the way that CPI is calculating rent, the way that they're looking at it is more reflective of leases that were signed last year. And so we're really capturing more of market rents 12 months ago.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like, it's not like the price was 12 months ago, but that's closer to what it's measuring rather than like the market rate in rents today.
Yeah.
Because we can see that we know, looking back, rents were growing very strong really until about like August or September. Then August, they started declining. And so, we would imagine we would see, that's when we would start seeing the slowdown in CPI around this year in August and September. And so it's not surprising that we still see relatively elevated levels. And also, since rents are still rising, we have that base effect. And we also know at the end of last year, kind of Q4, and then halfway through Q1 of 23, we saw rents decline. Demand was at its lowest level, in more than a decade. So there's going to be a period. We can see this happening, that, this fall and this winter, we should see very slow growth. It's going to seep into CPI. And so again, there's going to be articles about how like rents are declining.
Then you'll know that rents are going to start to grow.
And they probably are. I mean, now today, we have this Wall Street Journal article, Matt, which, we can really get into. I've seen it circulate.
Yeah, we'll split it up into two, I guess.
Quite a bit.
If the Fed starts talking about something.
Yeah, well, the Fed starts talking, but I think just before.
Yeah.
The title of the headline of this piece is "Renters are about to get the upper hand." Like they're just getting ready to. But in the reality, they've already had it. Renters had the upper hand last fall and this winter, and no longer, because rents are increasing substantially. And so I think this is a little bit of a clickbaity headline, but it's been widely read. It's been sent to me by a handful of people, but I think they just missed the analysis. And I keep finding that folks, journalists that cover a lot of different areas of the financial services or news, and then like to throw housing into it, or maybe housing isn't their beat, that they can get some of the nuance wrong. And it's a good article, and they do some of the work that, Matt, that you've been doing actually, is that they're taking some of these new lease asking rent prices, and they're putting them all together and comparing and kind of looking at an average. Yeah. Which is really good work, but their analysis really just is they're in their conclusions is a little bit off. It's like their U.S. rental market is slowing down after an unprecedented run. Again, this article would have been appropriate in February. Yeah. But now, if you go look at CoStar, and I don't have the numbers pulled up right in front of me, Matt, but I could get them.
It would be appropriate in February. It'd also be it would be appropriate last September. Yeah. If they really wanted to catch the trend.
Exactly.
What I think is interesting about the Wall Street Journal is I think that they do open up a little bit to the idea that they're going for more mainstream market or a mainstream appeal. And if you look at the CPI, which is CPI measures renewals and market rents. Yeah. So that's what kind of makes it a lagging indicator. But I think, as CPI measured rents go down, then renters in general are going to feel better, but they're not going to get the upper hand, because when you're talking about upper hand, you're talking about the market negotiations of new lease rents. So it really is an inaccurate headline.
I know.
I just want to tease this a little bit. Wall Street Journal had tracked 5 different private rent trackers. We've been tracking at least 8 or more, and at a level of sophistication that is going to just dazzle you. I'd like to tease that for sure.
Yeah, Matt definitely feels attacked because, and I saw this, I was like, Matt's going to not like this. So we're going to report that compares all the different, rent trackers, and Matt has been aggregating and tracking this. And Wall Street Journal has attempted to do this. I don't know if they saw yours, Matt. That is probably what is usually the case.
Yeah, we were talking about that. And just one note that I wanted to include while we were talking. They say that rents are on the way down. But if you look at the month-over-month rent growth, which is what we've been tracking, month-over-month has steadily increased and increased and increased. So this downward trend, it doesn't look great on that chart, but
I think they're just looking at year over year.
Yeah, they're only looking at year over year. Yeah, I know, but that's what they leave out of their discussion.
Exactly. They're showing a picture, and then, but this is from CoStar.
Yeah,
this is daily rent per square foot.
Yeah, so
So if you look in perspective, like they're showing this piece right here, like they're showing this.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
They're
There it is.
showing that they're showing
Mhm.
this decline down to the end of the year. They're not showing this 45-degree angle to the right,
Yeah.
up and to the right.
Yeah.